Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Potted Plant Entertainment. It's a new day. It's a nice day. I mean, it's dark outside ish, because, it's cloudy, it's raining. But it's a good day. So, today we're doing another new views, movie reviews, and then sometime this week I will be doing my review for West Side Story. Again, that's coming very late. I apologize, but I finished my notes for it today. So I will get the review up as soon as I can. That will hopefully be my next video. But let's go ahead and do my new views and movie reviews. We got a lot here. We got all these to go through. So let's get started. So the first one I got here is It's a Wonderful Life. I watched this on Christmas for the first time. I've had this movie for a while, but I was saving it to watch it at Christmas time, and I've managed to watch it on Christmas, and I loved it. It takes way too long to get to the part where he like is removed from existence, and that's the only issue I have with this movie, is that it just takes too long. But I love this. I'm gonna give this a 95. This is just one of those old movies that just really holds up, and I really like it. I'm gonna put this back here. Alright, next one I got here is Raising Arizona. This is a Coen Brothers movie. I told y'all in my DVD update that I did when I got this, I'm trying to see more Coen Brothers movies. I saw this and I really, really liked it. This was really fun. I really enjoyed this. Nicolas Cage, John Goodman, great. Everyone in this movie was really good. I really liked this. I'm going to give this a 90? Yeah, I'll probably give this a 90. This is such a fun movie. I had so much fun. So much fun. So much fun. Alright, next one I got here is 12 Angry Men. This is the original. I've seen the original and the reboot. This is what filmmaking is all about. It just is. I'm 100. I mean, this is a masterpiece. It really is, and I really understand why everybody raves about this so much. Just perfect. Just perfect. 100. Everything that they do with the camera in this movie and how it's easy to follow it. Everyone in the movie does a really good job. It's just filmmaking at its finest. Next one I got here is The Game. Now, this isn't the last time you're going to see David Fincher on this list. Actually, another David Fincher movie is next. I love this, except for the ending. Yeah, the ending kind of sucked. I won't spoil it for you if you've never seen it, but basically, it should have ended with Michael Douglas jumping. But other than that, I love this. 95. Alright, we'll put... Hang on. Try to put these back as I go along, because that way, it's easier than having to do it later. Alright, next one I got here is Zodiac. I love this so much. Really, really enthralling film. David Fincher is just such a master at what he does. I really, really like this. Everyone in the movie does a really good job. It's interesting how you see how the Zodiac killer, even though he doesn't kill Jake Gyllenhaal, how he's eating away at his life unintentionally. That's really, really cool. It's really interesting. Really captivating. I was so thrilled throughout this whole movie. I'm gonna give this a 95. Next one I got here is Spotlight. This one also has Mark Ruffalo in it. He was in Zodiac. I really like this, but I thought this was overrated. Didn't like it as much as other people do. Don't get me wrong, I really liked it. I was really interested the whole time. It boggles me how big of an issue that this molesting children thing was getting in the Catholic Church, especially at the end when you see like when they tell you in writing how big the issue was when this was happening. Crazy. But I really, really like this. I'm gonna give this an 85. Next one I got here is Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Jim Carrey is really good in this. So is Kate Winslet. She's really good in it. Mark Ruffalo's in this too. How funny is that? Yeah, this reminded me that you don't really get movies like this anymore, and that's really unfortunate. Like a movie that like I was constantly thinking about the whole time I was watching this was Vanilla Sky, which I think is an underrated masterpiece. You don't really get movies like that anymore. You just don't. And that's really sad because this is a fantastic movie. It's one of those. It's like it's one of those trippy movies, but it's not trippy in a bad way. Like I really enjoyed Natural Born Killers, but the way that like this movie like makes you feel like you're on an acid trip, I didn't really like. But the way that Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind of Vanilla Sky does it is really charming. I love this. I'm going to give this a 90. It's just too bad we don't get movies like this anymore. It really is. Because nobody ever goes to freaking see anything original anymore. Anyways, next one I got here is 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. I really like this. Frances McDormand is just amazing. Woody Harrelson is really good in this. Sam Rockwell is really good in this. Frances McDormand and Sam Rockwell both won Oscars for this. This was just so original. This is so original, and we need more movies like it. I loved every minute of this movie. It has such a good script. The story is so good, and it's interesting because you're instantly on Frances McDormand's side, but the movie makes you really question whether or not she's doing the right thing and whether or not she's really even the good guy at all in this situation. And I love that. I was not expecting it to take that route, but it did. I love that. 95. Next one I got here is, I almost dropped it, Moonrise Kingdom. I hate it when people say, oh, Bruce Willis never makes anything good anymore. Okay, look, I know it's been about 10 years since this came out, but I've had people tell me, like, he hasn't been good in anything good in, like, this entire century, which isn't true. He was in this, he was in Looper, Hostage I liked the first, like, 2 Expendables movies. I mean, come on. He hasn't been in a lot of good stuff, but he's been in some. I love this. Bill Murray is great in this. Edward Norton, he's playing against type in this movie, and he does a fantastic job. Frances McDormand, also in this movie, really good. And both the kids in it, who are both less than a year older than me, I think, they're really good at it. This was such an endearing film. And you could tell Wes Anderson, he made a couple of decisions in this movie that I thought were really ballsy and I really respected. I think this is really rewatchable. I loved every minute of this. This is such an endearing film. I'm going to give this a 95. If you haven't seen this, please check this out. I don't understand why it's called Moonrise Kingdom. That's probably like one of the very few flaws I have with this, is that the title doesn't make sense and it's never explained. But it's fantastic. 95. Right here. Alright, next one I got here is Insomnia. I've officially seen every Nolan movie now except for Following, and I don't even know if that counts because that's like not even an hour and 20 minutes. But I've never seen Following. But I've seen all of his full feature-length films now. Insomnia is one of the most underrated movies of all time. If somebody comes up to me and says, hey, what's an underrated movie? This is probably going to be the first movie that comes to mind. Why don't people like this movie more? I don't understand. This is phenomenal filmmaking. Yeah, it's not like Nolan's other films. It's different. And I appreciate that about it. Robin Williams is playing against type in this movie. Fantastic job. Al Pacino. He's just amazing in everything he's in. He can do no wrong. But seriously, who the frick is calling? Seriously, this is a phenomenal film. If you haven't seen Insomnia, watch Insomnia. Like a lot of people say this is like Nolan's worst movie. Why? I like this way more than I liked Memento and Dunkirk. 95. This is amazing. Watch Insomnia. Watch Insomnia. You need a reminder? Watch Insomnia. Or else I'm gonna jump out of your closet and I'm gonna tickle you. All right, next one we got here, we're almost done, we only got a couple more, is The Firm. This is a really underrated movie. I really like this movie. It's not Tom Cruise's best, no. I had some issues with it, yes. But everyone in this movie does a great job. Gene Hackman is awesome. Tom Cruise is awesome. Just really, really good suspense thriller. Tom Cruise used to make a lot of these before he was a big action guy. And that's why people doubted him when he did Mission Impossible, but this is great. 85. I like conspiracy movies. That is a really good conspiracy movie. And last but certainly not least, we have LA Confidential. The only problem I have with this movie, and I'm not even going to hold it against it because I think it's just more me than it is the movie, is that there's too many names in this movie to remember, and I had a hard time keeping track of them. But I'm not going to hold that against this movie. This is wonderful. I loved this movie so much. This was so much fun. This was so interesting. Everyone in the movie has so much charisma. This is filmmaking at its best. 100. I loved LA Confidential. This just... yes. Okay. Thank you so much for watching. I will do West Side Story soon, but look out for that. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to Party Player Entertainment for more. Hit the like button, leave me reviews, suggestions, and comments down below. Follow me on Instagram at Party Player Entertainment for channel updates, and much love.